Handout. There's some really good information in there. If you flip to the very back, there's I think now what has happened in sports, it's all morphed to speed and movement. You can't move, you can't play just about any sport. There's sports he must have 50 books on speed. He's an expert. He was with the Dallas Cowboys. And he tells a funny story. He said Tom Landry hired him to coach speed with Bob Orr. He said the first time somebody gets hurt, you're fired. So he's got some there's great resources. It's a very affordable. Certification is available. It's very affordable. The other thing I wanted to share, I like to share things that I find, is take a look at that device called the Bob. It's unbelievable. You talk about ankle flexibility, Achilles flexibility, calf strength. You can do ISO holds on it. We got them at our place. Shin splints disappeared. I guess I got those probably 10 years ago. Shin splints disappeared. We put them in every squat rack. Somebody standing around, get on the bob. Track people, all out on the track, every sport. So we're at the tennis court, baseball game. I can get online and take a look at that. It's probably one of the few affordable products that you can buy a lot of that will make a difference maker right off the bat. So I like to share some, but take a look at those two things, you know. Real quick, it was really funny. We were talking today, or what speaker said, well, you know, I was born in 1964. And the first workout I ever did as a strength coach was in 1969. And I'll tell you the story. When Dan asked who made mistakes, I should have raised both hands and both legs. This was my very first workout. Originally from Detroit, it's August 1st. Football's practice start. Full gear. No one in 1969 in Detroit, Michigan has done anything all summer. We were running miles for times when we go out and throw the ball around. So I'm getting ready to move to Florida. My best friend, roommate in college, calls me. He gets his first coaching job. He says, Coach, just got out of the Army. I know you were doing some PT with the Army. Got to get this team in shape. I said, Bob, I'm getting ready to move to Florida. He says, you're my best friend. I need you. We got to get this team done. So I said, all right, I'm going to stay for her. I'll give you 1 month, and then I come off for Fort Lauderdale. So here's my first workout. Full gear. Nobody's done anything all summer. You know, distance around the field is 330. Right? So first thing I blow the whistle, everybody jogs 3 laps. All right, so first day everybody's thrilled. They're running like crazy. Second, the bigs are starting to fall behind. The bigs are practically crawling. So that's 990. Full gear, first day, no preparation. That was just the first thing I did. And then coming out of the service where we trained troops, we did back in the SIP, we did this thing called the daily dozen. You took 12 exercises, you did 12 reps. So I call out the exercise 12 rep. We do 4 sets of that. By the end of the warm-up, they're laying all over the field, and my roommate says, I think we got to tone this down a little bit for tomorrow. But literally, when Dan asked, I should have had both hands up in the air because I made a lot of mistakes. Well, what I'm going to show you today is just some of the things that we do with our team before every workout. We talk about the muscle memory, patterns, and all kinds of things. But if you're not consistent and relentless with this stuff, you're running the problem. It's easy to do. It takes no time. We'll spend a little time with some of the drills, but you don't have to hard coach it. By osmosis, the athlete picks it up. It's all about the absolutes of running fast. It's about arm action. It's about posture. It's about what you do with your head. It's all the same in every drill. They make a mistake, but hey, we just keep moving. So again, this is for you guys. If you have any questions, or maybe you do it a different way, coach, I want to learn something today. Hopefully you learn one thing from these demonstrations that you can put in your program Monday. And I want to take 2 or 3 things back that you taught me to South Carolina and still work with a few teams. Okay? We good? So basically the program we do, We do what we call a warm-up or something. So I'm a disciple of Ethan. We do some tumbling, we do some crawling, we do a lot of crawling. And if that interests you there, look up Original Strength with Tim Anderson. He's well worth the time. He's a master at the crawls, the box, the rolls. So his name is Tim Anderson. It's called Original Strength. Look at him up. It's really, really, really good stuff. You talk about a full body warm-up, it takes no time. So the warm-up in my program goes, we're going to do movement rep, we're going to do some low-level skipping and bounding, and then we're going to do some acceleration. We do that. I overloaded you with information. We do not do everything in that handout every day. It just gives you some options. We'll do movement prep, some low-level bounding and skipping, and some acceleration. I see right now, especially in football, everybody's getting ready for football. Everybody's enamored with this top-end speed. We jog 10 yards and we sprint for 10, and then that equates to 21 miles an hour. Yeah, guess what? You might do that once in a game. Hopefully you're running for the touchdown and not chasing somebody that's running. But in reality, in the game, you are going to be in an uncomfortable stance 70 times in a game. You better be able to get out of that stance and move quickly. 5 yards. I think the NSCA, or maybe it was NACE, did a comparison. They took a 21 mile an hour guy and somebody about, I think it was 18. 3 mile an hour difference, top end speed. It took a fast guy over 20 yards to create 1 yard of separation. The play's over. What separates people is the ability to accelerate and then change direction. That's what causes separation. 21 and 18, you think that it took them 20 yards to get any decent separation, 3 feet of separation. Again, I put a lot of my focus. Now, that being said, we do top end speed. There's a drill. Hopefully, we get time. There's a drill that I use, the old wicked drill called an acceleration ladder. That hopefully we get to explain that to you. But there's your top end speed. We do top end speed twice a week. I think top end speed is prehab. If you're not running fast and then you go out and start running fast, you're going to get hurt. So top end speed, but the majority of my time is acceleration, 3-step, 5-step, 7-step. So we show you some of these drills, ask questions. Younger guys can jump in. We're always looking for volunteers. Here we go, ask questions. We'll stop. This is for you. Okay? If you got a variation of this stuff, show us. And I want to take 3 things back to South Carolina. Right? Over here. This way. Now, what I do with the movement prep drills, you go 10 yards, and then the next, because I work in waves, so there might be 8 or 10 players lined up. Again, it's very efficient. You can get a lot of workout. The things we look for in the drill, all the drills, is running technique, what the athlete does with their arms. Upper body is so important. If we lined up 20 kids and just told them to jump, run towards you, you're going to see all kinds of contortions with their arms. They run stiff leg like a cheerleader, they're swinging, their heads bouncing all over the place. So we work on what we call absolutes. The first absolute is, I get a lot of questions, what do I do with my hands? Do I pinch a string? Do I clench my fist? If you clench your fist, your shoulder rotation is going to be way up here. So I just have them open their fingers, point the direction they're going to go. What we're looking for is, as we know, it's the rotation of the shoulder, but I give you a cue. I want to go from hip to collarbone, right in here. So the elbow has to come in front of the spine, has to go behind the spine. Now, you're going to get some of this like a chip, but guess what? There's not any rotation. So things to look for: hands, the arm swing, the head's really important. If you're running, anything you do with your head, if you're bobbing up and down, if you're swinging side to side, it's going to slow you down. It's going to slow you down. Speed, it's got to be tall, So I call tall and skinny inside the framework of your shoulders and hips. Anything outside that framework slows you down. So all the technique of speed is the same in all these drills. So first one we're going to start out with is just now, to get this thing going, to get their attention, I do this kind of drill. I'll have them lined up. So Aaron did this so you guys can watch. So I'll put you through the things, all right? Little nice soft scans. That hand up. Now I got on tweak. I just want her to move one time. Tweak, 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 tweak. 2 times. Ready? Tweak. 1, 2. Yeah, tweak, tweak. So now we've already got the clock, we've got posture, we've got arm swing, we've got head control right now. So we start every drill like that. I'll say swing, then I get them moving their feet. So swing, swing, shuffle, and then we start to go. Real simple. Okay, so you guys know A skip. So same thing with you. Swing, shuffle, A skip. Go through the first go all 3 at one time. All right, here we go. Good stand, soft knees, ready? Swing. Now good arm swing. Shuffle. Quick shuffle. Go. Go nice and high. Nice and high. Nice and high. The other exercise I like to go to, keep the toe up. You need them the toe come up. See, I can watch what they do. It's really good. That's one correction you make is just all you gotta do is say toe up, toe up. Because the foot strike, all the foot should be under the hip. If you do that, you're not gonna get hurt. Relax, good, 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 nice, good. Now let's leave that coordinated. So now we're going to skip with the jumping jack. All right, ready? Yeah, think about it. Here we go. Ready? Swing, shuffle, go. Folks, want to try that for the rest of us? From that position, I would say burst. Now, teaching them to get the foot in the ground and they take a 3-step burst. Needs up no energy. We do a lot of bursting, a lot of the drills. So turn, 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 turn. Plant the foot and burst. Okay? Everybody do it now. Now, I do lunge. I like lunges as a technique correction. My whole field's always 53 years has been in high school, so we're very fortunate at our kids. We start working with kids the summer of their 6th grade year. So unlike the college guys that have to make a lot of changes in squat technique, if the kid can't squat at bird's high, that's my fault. Because I've had them as summer of the 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 5 or 6 years. They can't squat, that's on me. You guys, I think, have the hardest job. You get a kid coming out of a program that was a good program or a horrible program. they want that, they gave that kid money to play, he's gotta play in the fall. You got 2 months to fix some bad habits. See, that's how it is. Right? So this whole, so walking lunge with the knee. Pull that everything straight back. All right, ready? Swipe. Swipe first. Swipe. Ready? Swipe. Come on, faster. Swipe. Shuffle. Go. Lunge. Come on. So you're running in circles. You have to be very much in circles. So all that is one single go. Okay, you guys ready? All right, swing, shuffle, go. All out. Now the fun one, reverse lunge. Another good part of reverse lunge. Reverse lunge. Most of your athletes are going to have to drag their foot. These guys makes them out. Like this is a reverse lunge. Stance, swing, shuffle, go. Watch your front foot. Good job. Good job. But the direction you'll see is you have to drag your foot. Most of your athletes will drag like this is down. Shuffle. That's great. We are going to show you some stuff we do in the weight room if I want to go from speed I want to get into the bounding stuff. So although there's so many drills on that, you have your own. Anything that you read on that you have question, more than happy. I'm like Dan, I'm not a big media guy. Now, I'll stick with paying attention. I'll give you my email. I'm a little email guy, but it's not in there, so you're going to have to write it down now. It's my last name, Srock. S-R-O-C-K. S-R-O-C-K. And the word straight. SrockStraight@gmail.com. Send me an email. We'll open up a discussion and so in the prep stuff, again, we talked about dance in the head, arm swing. One thing I didn't mention, but they were doing pretty good, is arm angle. Now, when we get to top end speed, we're going to lose that 90 degrees. But for the purpose of these short drills, we insist that the arm angle stay at 90. You'll see kids stop doing all this kind of stuff. If I'm running and I got my arm straight at my side, what do I have to do on the next stride? It's got to be built in. So we work with the shoulder rotation, angle, hands, head, everything in. You'll use the reps in there. They understand the body position that you have to be in to move fast. One more of these. This is a fun one, an overhead switch. This is a fun one. All right, you guys get to watch this one. All right, you ready? This is strength, balance, everything. I love this drill. So arms up over your head, left leg up, switch, switch, come up forward. Yep. Switch, switch, come on, switch, 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 switch. Go back. And guys, get it up. Let's go back. Now, really confusing. We'll do a rotating switch. All right, here we go. Ready? Arms up, leg knee up. Ready? Go. Switch, switch, left turn, 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 and burst. That's about how it's going to work. So, overhead switch, just a great warm-up, flexors, balance, coordination, strength, coordination. Right now, the mounting part of this is it's really more skills. It's really more skills. So I do a couple of my favorite is called it a power skill. Erin's going to take one step with the left foot. And I want her to drive herself, drive in the air as she can. When she lands, she's immediately going to shoot out the side. Common mistakes you'll see when you do this, these kids have to take 2 or 3 steps. You don't want that. You want to change the balance back and forth, right control. This guy's right. That's how it's going to step back. Up. It's the exact same technique that we come with. She just stepped it. Right? You guys good? Right step. Step and go. Distance push. And that skips a little bit faster. Good. So, the more force you get into the ground, the faster you're going to go this way. The more effective you are, now be careful with the singular counting. I do some of them. I just reading that handout and say phase and I do it. I did not do it with 6th graders on day 1. I'm saying right now. They are not going to be able to fly by flapping their arms up and down. They rotate their shoulders if they poke their arms. More importantly, the leg that's up. They poke that leg hard and cover more ground. Basically, when you look at it, it's like doing a run on one leg. That's all it is. You're trying to run on one leg. So again, good technique, good force. They understand that. All right, let's go back on your right. All 3 of you go get it. Take that step first, right leg. Big step right, and then take a step. Bring that right up, there we go. Come on, up. There we go. Use your arms. Much better. Then distance.
I have a quick question.
Yes, sir.
Skates on, are you okay with that? You're trying to get the actual cycle.
Stick the landing. Let's see, stick the landing. Second jump, third jump is going to be explode, reach, snap, explode. Back to the back. And obviously you go right and that direction. Now, let's see how you do. This is how you do the 3 consecutive jumps. And when you start it, reach, snap, explode, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, let it go. Stop it. Right, reach, snap, go. 1, 2, 3. And as they get comfortable with that, you'll see the contact time is less than what you see shoes on the ground and all.
Sorry, I thought you were
That's what you do.
Yeah.
All that skipping time, but you can choose. Choose some goods. So we say, more doesn't hold, it's a little bit, it's Acceleration. I like off balance work. Beginning phases, we're still the beginning phases, but I put it all kind of I have a little push up, scramble up. I have a little long roll scramble, seat roll scramble, put them on their back, put them over and scramble. All that basic stuff just get off the feet. Next phase, real tough. Look for it. So opposite arm, opposite leg, so get the arms in great position. Bring that front knee just up here. Hold on. Get shin angle looks straight. Which way are you going to go? You're going straight up to here. Which way are we trying to go? That way. Okay? It doesn't have to. You don't have to over exaggerate it. This is way out here. But it's got to be like a little bit of air over that front knee. Now, look for this alignment. Make sure they're lined up. Toes have to go. You'll see in the beginning over on the side. See, they push it back. So make sure the guy behind him straightens his heel up and down. Here's a quiz. Which leg should they push off? It says right. It says right. It says left. Left leg. It's a trick question. You've got to push with both. Push hard with both. Got you in position. Sit down. On the slope. All forward They have to file over their arms in this position. You've got to file over your arms. What you see in the beginning is they want to come up first. They want them to drive straight up. Okay. Again, they was coming back with the right knee down. Now we're going to do a little bit more. Let's go right. So good position. This one now I'm going to switch their feet. Okay. Now, what did she lose? She lost her arms, she lost her shin angle. She's like she's on a tightrope. She would have trouble getting out of this stage. Again, the whole thing. Again, it's body position. It's a simple drill. Don't jump in. Your feet are like on a railroad. Nothing you can do with your feet together except stand next to me on the side. You're on your field, they better be hip width apart. So again, just over time, you have to learn quickly position here to come out of this with some force. So let's try. Very good. Position is straight. Right, split. Set. Normally I would send it. You give them a split and a push. Push out. Right to the left. And again, we're looking for a split, low split, not jump, not a split jump. We don't want them up too high in the air. So now we're working with the hips. Look at your hips. Right? Now this one, hey, this is two split. Split, split, reverse. Right? Very good. Good position. Good position. Ready? Split, split, first, push off. So now you can balance, pull that extend. Now we're going to make them drop first. questions on the wheeling stuff? You can rotate it. Position they have to be in to have success. Okay? We're doing this before every workout, some variation of this. It brings up. It doesn't matter if it's a practice, it doesn't matter what the sport is, we do it all the time. It's part of a pre-game workout, some of this stuff. Not the whole thing. They're going to be incredible, they're going to pound, they're going to sometimes so much. That's how it's more about pre-game. Okay. Any questions on any of this? Preparation. All right, now we talked about the weight room. You guys want to come up? Yes. We're just going to go this way. You step out and put up the now, so this position. Sorry. They're doing it normally. They're going there, already working on it. They're working on it. Their arms are sitting on it. Next one I'm going to teach is a reversal. You saw them do that with the revolvers. Now, the main recovery is what start the recovery with the high knee. So bring your knee up high, skin low, and recover. Foot. Now you got strength, balance, coordination. The way you can load that up, you to do that. Carry, face carry, put something in the boss in the shoulders. My favorite is overhead. We talked about overhead, and that shows the value of overhead stuff. It's only 8 pounds, right? So this one I really like. Something's loaded. It's all up reverse. Let's go reverse it. Put the knee about 3. Okay, now it's coordination, strength, stability, find out if we have a report of the wall. Kind of correlate your way over your head. That's great. Now, one that I really like is that we do the double lunge. So, knee up, step down. Now, knee come up, step forward. That's a lot harder than it looks. With younger people in the program, and this is, they would have to master the lunge and the step up so they can throw the spot. It's like you say, understand now, strong enough to move weight over it. Now, there's another lunge, a lunge to step up, and look at that after the steps. So, now, fun stuff. I like there's a lot of especially high school population. High school, Oh, we call it just yet. This we call the speed steps. Come on over. Put that foot towards okay. So this is a pretty low box. And again, you can make this harder with a higher box. So what he's going to do, now, when I use these speed steps, they would come off the set of squats, immediately come right over here. So now you're going strength to speed, contrast. The speed step did never affected the squat never affected the speed step. In high school, you better have something to activate that third person. I always work to reach the three, so when I lived for a spotter, if you didn't have something for him to do, you had the drinking fountain, or he'd be over pinching Coach John, or he'd be aggravating something. So this is a good inaccurate again. Focuses on the technique of running. The idea of this, and this is taught that kids now are understanding production of force. Running is really easy. The more force you put into the ground this way, the faster you're going to go on that way. The same force that you use to jump is the same force you apply to the run. So this is the only leg that's moving, or not moving. Keep that, push that hard on the box. Now, all he's going to do, charge in position, push down on the knee, bring the knee and toe up, come right back down. Now, what we're looking for here, the foot strike, the toe of the ball should be directly under the hip. Okay? He's working on his posture, he's working on his arm swing, he's working on head position, he's applying force into the ground. Working on his reaction, on his touch. We want a very quick touch. So this as fast as you come to the hip. Common mistakes you'll see, if you see this foot slide, but he's not putting any force into it. Just push down hard. Okay? About 4 pounds. Get taller. Okay. Straighten up. Get over. Good switch foot. You'll find a big imbalance. You'll find out which side is dominant in this group very, very quickly. The foot down hard. See how he's kind of rolling and sliding. Yeah. When they get comfortable with that, they will lower it up. So now, we do an overhit step. We get the hip straight this way. The key. This leg has to be straight. When you run, when you look at slow motion video, one leg is bent, one leg is straight. You cannot run when both legs bend. Straighten this leg. If we call this the swing, that's the power. Push down hard. See how his foot's moving? Again, it's force. Watch for the foot slide. Pretty good with that? It's a simple trick, you put a lot of mileage on it. It's all okay. Tired? No. All one of these Cornell guys that tag out on it. Now, let's face the next. This one. This one, we put some coordination to it. So it's basically the same drill. But what he's going to do is he's taking his foot off the box, he's tapping, then he's hammering the foot back up on the box. So tap, hammer, hammer. Go ahead, do a couple slow. Hammer, hammer, good. Picked it up really quick. So now you got coordination, force, blah, blah, blah. All the screws. So now the last in the step-up series is one of my all-time favorites. Development, I didn't mean to say too much. This one is nice. All he's going to do is activate himself on the box. Put the front leg up under your chin. Step off with the back up, back. Back down to the next. 5, step ball up, over your ears. this, if you load it like that, we would do, if we had a heavy squat, we're going to do some kind of leg work each twice a week. One day is going to be straight, maybe something dynamic like this, lighter front squat. The other would be knees twist too. I would go slow with this drill. You can do it without the ball, just the arm position, but try and get them with their ball or tight over their head. They get real comfortable. They like to show off. They can handle a lot of ball. But ball is easy because the center of gravity is here. Do it with the Olympic ball. It snaps good. Let's see how much you. So everybody good with that? So basically that would be a pre-workout. We're warmed up with some crawls and some quick tumbles for movement. We did some skips, we did some acceleration. In the weight room, we did some lunges, we did some step ups. Now these guys are going to show you, I think we're doing some really good drills. So we're going to need this space right here. This we do. It's an all track drill, it's all over. It's an overspeed drill. What they do is they jog to the first cone. They change their center of gravity by pushing their arms straight out. Now, changing the center of gravity, if your feet don't keep up with it, what's going to happen? You're going to be bouncing on the shoe. So, are they going to turn over quicker? Absolutely, they have to, otherwise they'd be bouncing on the turf. So, slow jog, punch out, over your arms straight. Punch, come on, fast, good. So it's natural when they punch to bring their head down. It's easy. You want them to keep the head up and punch way out here, right? Another stroke now, you can do a med ball. Show them how much they use their arms. This time, when they get to the cone, they're going to punch over it. Punch, come up high. Oh yeah, that's hard, that is hard. What they're doing from an athletic position or a stance. That's what you're going to show you because of that defensive stance. He's going to run. He's on the left side. He's got it's a slight angle. He's got to get to the right side, right here. You're doing the same thing here. You're on the left side. Just walk through that, right? You got it. Now, what we do here is we want them to decelerate and come to balance. They're walking through it now. We go full speed, you can hear decelerate. Perfect balance. The next command is now we're going to change direction. So what I want you to do is drive or back 3 hard steps. 1, 2, 3. Finish on the side you started. Right, stop in the middle and we'll show you how it looks full speed. Then we'll need 2 other volunteers and I'll show you how to do the same drill with 4 people. It's full contact chaos before. All right, ready? Half speed, ready, go. Go. And finish. Cool.
Nice.
So you get acceleration, deceleration, change of direction, receleration all one time. And we do two at a time. Make it to that end and get right back and go two at a time. Now, set, all you need is tone. Once you get to understand the drill, you don't need to receleration. All you need is this time, no center command. I'm going to start you and go all the way through the hill. Okay? That's how you do it. Notice you balance here again. Stand here and do it. Now get it to me.
Don't stop there?
Yep. To the right side. Okay? Always to the right side. Ready to go. Back. Come on. Recall. He's still there. Good. Shuffle, that's all. Don't round it off. So you can get it over here. So you guys are on the left side of the home. On the left side, we call nothing changes. Just let them go like you did. Now, two victims, the athletes on the right side, there. You're on the right side down there. Now, this is full contact chaos. Because the idea is to catch the person in the middle. On left side, you're doing everything exactly the same. Right side, give these guys a head start. So while we go, you have to backpedal 5 steps. 5. Then when you go forward, you have to run left side of the road. Got it?
This is fun to watch.
You're here. Then, same thing, backpedal twice, finish on the side of the side. All right, let's walk through it. Ready? Got it? Backpedal, backpedal. Coming to the left side. Left side. Right. All right, ready? Go.
It's a hard exercise.
You have to backpedal at the middle. Middle cone is a backpedal for everybody. Right side people, they give them a head start. Now, when I tell the team that if you can catch the guy in front of you and tag him on the back, you won't condition. So it was full speed drill now. Right? So let's go about 3/4 speed. Yeah, you guys can. Everybody good? About 3/4, come on. Okay, so which side of the cone are you on? Right or left? You're on the right. So what are you doing first? 5, and then you're coming to the opposite side. You're backing up. All right, here we go. Ready to go. Go. Sprint.
Let's watch the guys do it.
Video is going viral.
Oh, I know it's a good
It's
one.
going all over the world. Remember, wherever side you go, just point around the opposite side. Here you got to back up, finish on the side you start with. Come in here. Just the person on the right is kind of this is here we go. There we go. Quick, come on. Back pedal. All we want you to do is clear the cone. So once you come here, real quick, drive your back. You guys are really slow on the back. side, put the hand ready, go. Go, sprint, time, quick, now switch.